Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tantra and Tarot with Kelly. Today we're going to be talking about the new moon in Aquarius that is today, January 31st, 2022 at 12 degrees of Aquarius at 10:44 p.m. Mountain Time. I'd just like to go ahead and say thank you to everyone for being a subscriber to my channel. This today marks the 6-month mark that I've been doing these videos. I started on the full moon in Aquarius in August. So thanks again to everyone who has subscribed, shared, and liked my content. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and be part of my growing community. Thanks so much. So we're going to be doing a reading, and I'm going to be using 2 new decks, one of which is the Visionary I Ching, and the other one is the Marigold Tarot. So first, let's talk a little bit about this full moon, and I would like to wish a happy birthday to all Aquarians. Aquarius is symbolically the water bearer and is fixed air and represented by the star card in tarot. So we may see that today. It is also represented by the suit of swords. And so we may get some of those in our reading. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling. So what does this energy feel like to me? Well, Aquarius typically represents technology and things like lightning strikes of ideas and realizations. You may be getting some instant downloads right now, or it may just feel like, oh yes, okay, I get it now. There's some things that I've been pondering about, and now I finally have the instant information that I've been looking for, the instant answer. So it could mean new starts in technology, even mundane tasks like bagging up your computer or cleaning out your hard drive, perhaps learning new computer programs. But either way, on any new moon, it's a good idea to set your intentions. So at this lunation ruled by Uranus, you may want to set your intentions for things like escaping from the norm, being with friends, or volunteering and giving back to the community. Perhaps it may feel like thinking about a project or a problem from a new angle, which could bring you some answers to some things that you've been wondering about. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck. This deck of cards is really beautiful. It has this gold overlay on it, and it's represented by the marigold, which in certain cultures represents the whole life process. So the cards are really lovely. And then I'm going to take 2 of the I Ching cards. And the I Ching cards have special messages, but then there are connected lines in between the cards that have their own unique words of advice as well. So we'll be reading a little bit about those. So right now it may be a good time to detach for contemplation, so you can gain a little bit more control over your emotions, or allowing for some more creativity and innovation to flow in. That could bring some new hope and the wish for something beautiful in your world and in your inner world as well. So just remember, throughout all of this energy, be the star of your own life and cherish the love that you have for yourself and others as they shine their light and star around you as well. Okay, so I'm going to take a main energy, and then a past, a present, and a future energy. So one more thing about this lunation is that this new moon is also conjunct Saturn, which is the planet of restriction and authority, and also the father of time and co-ruler of Aquarius along with Uranus. So if you feel a little restricted right now, just know that sometimes those restrictions are only as real as your mind makes them. And it may be the universe trying to show you how a better path, instead of trying to push the boulder out of the way, how to go around it. So let's get started. The main energy I have for this reading is the 7 of Wands. The past energy I have is the Queen of Rings, which is the Queen of Pentacles. The current energy I have, how beautiful, is the Lovers card. And the future energy I have, oh great, I love this one, is the Magician. Then the 2 cards I have for the Visionary I Ching are number 23, separation, and number 53, which I think is easy progress, but we will check those out here soon. All right, so what do these cards mean for the new moon in Aquarius? Well, the Seven of Wands here states that you should be standing your ground in things that are important to you. So if you're feeling like I need to explore, I need to go out, I need to learn something new, I need to put my energy into something fresh, just kind of demanding that time for yourself, saying, okay, I'm going to say, this is what I want to do now, and this is who I am. And so I'm going to set up a situation in which other people support me. But if for whatever reason they don't, I'm going to say to myself, okay, I'm determined to make this new process for myself come to reality. And even if people are coming at me and saying, hey, I don't think you can do it, I'm going to say, hey, I can do it, and I'm going to do it. And so being determined is going to be important as we are discovering what lies ahead for us. With the past energy being the Queen of Rings, it says to me that now there is a greater sense. We've gone through this Mercury retrograde and this Venus retrograde. There's a greater sense of feeling really positive about where you're at and who you are, having more self-confidence, feeling like you have worked hard and you've received good results for your hard work. So one of the rulers of Aquarius, Uranus, is in Taurus right now. And Taurus is that I have everything I need. I feel good about my money and my job and how I look. Because it's ruled by Venus, I feel that those themes have been understood now on a deeper level for yourself. So you may be feeling more confident in where you're going at this time, and ready to say, yep, this is the new me. And so where does that lead us to? That leads us to this lovely Lovers card. The Lovers card is typically a Gemini card, but it's also showing us who we are based on relationships that we have that work as a mirror to us. So you may be finding partners in which to commit to at this time. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship, but it could be a partnership in which you're learning about yourself. You're coming into a new understanding of what partnership means to you and how you can share who you are on the deep soul level with someone else so that you can learn more about yourself. So we've learned a bit more about where our heart, what's important to us on a heart level. And so now we can share that with others in a way that is going to be perhaps a little surprising. We've got the Magician here. I love that the Magician can manifest anything based on the materials that he has in the physical plane and in the spiritual world. So combining that spiritual trust with what it is that you can manifest on the physical plane is going to bring some new and exciting ways for you to move forward, and maybe some shakeups in your life that needed to happen. And those dealing with money and self-worth and values, you're going to be getting some realizations from the universe that are going to come in and say, okay, it's your time to get the gift, to get the new job, to get the new relationship, and just have faith and be surprised at what is going to be falling into your lap right now. But just know that you're going to be part of that process to make it real. So things may be just starting out in a new area of your life. However, I would have faith in those relationships that you've built. And this Magician says, we're going to take the love that we have, the thoughts that we have, our material experience and our creativity, and wrap it up together and make our dreams come true. So the wish that you may be making right now at this hopeful time says, I I know how I want to move forward. I'm determined and ready. I know who I want to work with, and I feel good about myself, and I'm ready for magic to happen in my life. So let's get excited about that new magic that's happening. And I'm going to go ahead and look up a little bit more about these two cards here. I love the illustrations on them. I think they're just gorgeous. All right, so let's look up number 23, separation. So this says, splitting apart. Things are not what they seem. Reality appears to be a hall of mirrors. Intrigues are multiplying like summer flies, and there are rumors of discontent. It's time of the illusion, disintegration, distrust, and deception to fall away. So if you feel like you're in this hall of mirrors for yourself, and maybe you're seeing your reflection of the past or of who you used to be, and now you're realizing I'm going to be making this new change, you have to split yourself apart from the person that you were before and come into this new way of thinking and this new way of being about yourself, which is going to lead to this idea of a steady pace. So a steady pace, like ancient forest, where the subtle play of light and texture and shadow results from a process of measured centuries and inches. Things of lasting value develop gradually and at their own pace. So what you're manifesting, it could take some time. However, go ahead and have faith, because it's just one step at a time. We're going to take one step at a time. Whatever comes next is going to be perhaps a little bit surprising. However, using the energy that you have in your heart and with your soulmate relationships, you're going to find yourself in a new place here soon. So let's see what the changing lines are between 53 and 23. And that's going to give us one more little bit of information here. So let me take a look here. We are looking at lines 3 and 5. So I'm going to read lines 3 and 5 to see if that gives us a bit more insight. Line 3 says, perhaps the time has come to break away from old relationships or situations that exert a negative influence. One way to accomplish this is to proclaim your loyalty to or affection for a person of like mind. Ooh, that's what we have right here. A person of like mind. Be prepared for opposition when you do this. Be prepared for opposition, stand your ground, but know that you're going to do the right thing. Remember that change is necessary for growth. How lovely is that? And then one more. We say here, the forces of deception have undergone a sudden change, magician, yielding to the superior force of truth. What is inferior will ultimately weaken, and those who have waited for this outcome will be able to take advantage of the situation when the tide turns. It is a time to rally support for your positions. So I really feel that that represents some of these cards that we have here: rallying for support, standing your ground, being determined, waiting for those new exciting things to come in, and finding that relationship that reflects back to you those beautiful things that you would love to see in yourself. And at the bottom of the deck, I have the 6 of rings. So there will be some give and take. Just make sure to find that balance in what it is that you're giving out and what it is that's coming back to you. Well, thanks so much for being with me. For our Tantra Yoga flow afterwards, we're going to be practicing a Stargazer flow, as if each of one of us is made up of stardust. So let's raise our kundalini energy together for this incredible new moon. Thanks again, and have a lovely new moon in Aquarius. For our Tantra Yoga today, we will be practicing the Stargazer flow. Please meet me in Sukhasana, easy pose. Cross your legs, allow your knees to open, press your sits bones into the earth, stack your shoulders over your hips and lengthen your spine. Now, flip-flop your legs to the opposite side. Begin to breathe in and breathe out of your nose using Ujjayi breath, constricting the back of the throat so your breath sounds like an ocean wave. The North Star never moves, and that shows that there is a single source in the universe that is our higher power. Use that universal energy today to draw in prana through your crown chakra throughout the practice. In Tantra Yoga, we use Mula Bandha, which is a slight contraction of the root chakra, like you are gently engaging your low abdominals. Practice this now and feel the difference. We will keep Mula Bandha throughout the practice. We will also hold the breath as we move into the next posture. This is called Kumbhaka. I will cue during practice. Inhale deeply and spread your chest. Bring in fresh prana from your crown chakra, all the way down to your root chakra. Then exhale all the air from your lungs, breathing out toxins and old energy, and round your back. Inhale, spread your chest open wide, bringing in new energy, fresh prana. Then exhale, round the back and empty the lungs. One more time. Inhale, prana through the crown chakra at the top of your head. Feel it move all the way down the root chakra, building kundalini and warmth in the body. Now, release your neck forward to your chest, relaxing the muscles around the back of your neck. Deeply breathe into any tight spots. Then slowly roll your head to the right side, allowing the right ear to drop over the right shoulder. Relax the shoulders down the back. To deepen the stretch, take the right arm across the head and gently encourage your head to move a little closer to your shoulder. Release and roll your neck back to center. Slowly roll your head to the left ear, relaxing the shoulders and jaw. Option to place your left hand gently on the side of your head to increase the stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. And release. Now come down onto your belly. Place each palm next to your shoulders. Engage your legs, press the tops of your feet into the mat, draw your shoulder blades down your back, and inhale. Lift your chest and head off the mat, using little weight in the hands for Sphinx. Then release. Place your right cheek on the mat. Exhale. Inhale and lift your head and chest. Engage your legs and engage Mula Bandha for Sphinx pose. Then release. Place your left cheek on the mat. Exhale. Inhale and come into tabletop or all fours. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Stack your hips over your knees. Keep a long spine and gaze to the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and reach your right arm high to the sky. Sweep it under your left arm like you're threading a needle. Exhale. Sit back on your hips for a gentle stretch for the outer right shoulder. Reach your left arm to the front of the mat. Breathe here. Inhale and lift your right arm to the sky for a counter stretch. Then place it on the mat. Exhale. Inhale and reach your left arm high to the sky. Then sweep it under your right arm, threading the needle on the opposite side. Exhale. Sit back on your hips for a gentle stretch for the outer left shoulder. Reach your right arm to the front of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and lift your left arm to the sky for a counter stretch. Then place it on the mat. Exhale. Inhale and create a cat with your spine, pulling your abdominal muscles in and rounding the back. Then drop the belly and arch the lower spine for cow. Exhale. Inhale, round the spine like a cat. Then release the belly and contract the lower spine for cow. Exhale. Find some organic movements here between cat and cow. You may roll your ribs like you're scraping out a jar to one side and then to the other. Breathe in and breathe out. Repeat any motions to the opposite side. Then come to neutral. Gently come all the way down to your belly and tee out your arms to the side. Inhale and place your right palm next to your shoulder. Then gently roll over to the left, giving a stretch to the inside of your left shoulder. Use your right leg as a kickstand behind your left leg to support this gentle twist and opening. On an exhale, come back to neutral with arms teed out. Now inhale and place your left palm next to your shoulder, then gently roll over to the right, giving a stretch to the inside of your right shoulder. Use your left leg as a kickstand behind your right leg to support the gentle twist. Breathe here. Gently release and press up into tabletop. Inhale, tuck the toes, press through straight arms with the knees bent for reverse chair. Then straighten the knees so there is just a small bend. Exhale. Send your hips back and up for Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Engage your abdominals. Pull your front ribs in. Place your hands shoulder-width distance, spreading your fingers wide. Press through your thumb and forefinger into the mat, keeping your gaze neutral. Slowly and gently lift one heel then the other, breathing and warming up the backs of the legs. Inhale and look to the front of the mat. Step, jump, or float so that your feet meet your hands. Exhale. Inhale and reach your arms up to the sky for Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees, shift your weight into your heels, and squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your chest up and draw your tailbone back and down. Engage your abdominals. Rotate your palms in and draw your shoulder blades down your back. Gaze forward and breathe. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Then twist your torso to the right, placing your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh for Parivrtta Utkatasana, prayer twist. Exhale. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your ribs off your thighs. Stack your elbows and wrists, and then turn your gaze up. Inhale, then carefully step your left foot back so you are in a lunge for revolved side angle. Exhale. Press through the ball of the back foot. Stabilize your legs with your inner thighs. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky and release the twist. Straighten your legs for star pose, extending your arms and legs to the four corners of the room. Pull in the belly and breathe. Allow the energy from the universe to move into your crown chakra. Then, on an exhale, release into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Turn the right toe to the front of the mat and bend the right knee. Extend your arms to either side and look over the right middle finger. Breathe. On an inhale, come back into Star Asana. Then bring your palms to heart center. Slowly release over the legs with the flat back for Prasarita. Wide leg forward fold. Exhale. Engage your legs. Shift your weight forward, lengthen your spine. Option to bring your hands to the mat or to your ankles. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and walk to the left for Skandasana. Exhale. Bend the left leg. Keep the right one straight. Lift the chest up. Option to bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, then move into Skandasana on the other side. Exhale. Then release the palms to the mat for low lunge. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale and reach your arms up to the sky for Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend your knees, shift your weight into your heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your chest up and draw your tailbone back and down. Engage your abdominals. Rotate your palms in and draw your shoulder blades down your back. Gaze forward and breathe. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. Then twist your torso to the left, placing your right elbow on the outside of your left thigh for Parivrtta Utkatasana, prayer twist. Exhale. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your ribs off your thighs. Stack your elbows and wrists and turn your gaze up. Inhale, then carefully step your right foot back so you are in a lunge for revolved side angle. Exhale. Press through the ball of the back foot. Stabilize your legs with your inner thighs. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky, release the twist and straighten the legs for star pose. Extending your arms and legs to the four corners of the room. Pull in the belly. Breathe. Allow the energy from the universe to move into your crown chakra. Then, on an exhale, release into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Turn the left toe to the front of the mat and bend the left knee. Extend your arms to either side and look over the right middle finger. Breathe. On an inhale, come back into Star Asana. Then, bring your palms to heart center and slowly release over the legs with a flat back for Prasarita, wide leg forward fold. Exhale. Engage your legs. Shift your weight forward. Lengthen your spine. Option to bring your hands to the mat or to your ankles. Breathe. Inhale and walk your hands to the right for Skandasana. Exhale. Bend the right leg, keep the left one straight. Lift the chest up. Option to bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, then move into Skandasana on the other side. Exhale. Then release the palms to the mat for low lunge. Step the back foot forward to meet the front. Inhale and bring your feet to the front in a seated position. Then, one vertebrae at a time, roll down onto your back. Here we will do a simple inversion, waterfall. Lift your legs up to a 90-degree angle and flex your feet. Place your arms next to your sides, palms facing down. Lengthen your spine. Take 3 to 4 rounds of breath, allowing fresh blood to circulate into your legs and hips. Then, bend your knees and place your feet on the mat, hip-width distance apart. Press through all 4 corners of your feet. Stack your knees over your ankles. Keep your neck long and your gaze to the ceiling. Inhale and lift your hips up. Lift your chest. Draw your tailbone forward and draw your shoulders together and down your back. Push the back of your head down and gaze up. Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, bridge pose. Option to interlace your fingers under your hips. Take 3 to 4 rounds of breath. Release the hands and slowly lower down 1 vertebrae at a time. On an inhale, using your hands, press up into seated position. Extend your legs with a slight bend in your knees. Flex your feet. Draw your belly into your spine. Sit tall and hinge forward at your hips. Draw your tailbone back. Lift your chest and lengthen your spine. Reach your hands towards your feet and begin to straighten your legs. For Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Exhale. Lengthen the back of your neck and gaze out. Draw your shoulder blades down your back and take 3 to 4 rounds of breath. Inhale, lift your chest up and slowly roll down on your back. Exhale. Open your knees. Grab the inner arches of your feet and gently pull your knees down. Press your feet straight up. Lengthen your spine and draw your tailbone forward. Pull your hips down. Bend your elbows out and press your shoulders into the earth. Push the back of the neck onto the mat and gaze up. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Take 3 to 4 rounds of breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your feet to the mat and open your arms and legs wide so you're in a star position on the mat. Lengthen the spine and release the abdominals. Reach your arms and legs in opposite directions and stretch the abdomen. Release the muscles of your face and neck. Option to close the eyes. Breathe. You may take your Savasana here or move into corpse pose. Relax your entire body. Close your eyes and return to your natural breath. Clear your mind and allow this time for your body to incorporate the practice. I will guide you out of the posture in 2 minutes. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently roll into a fetus position on your favorite side, resting your head on your arm. Using your arms, press up into Sukhasana. Cross your legs and bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. We will do 3 Oms to end practice. Bring your hands to the third eye and bow forward. The light within me sees and honors the light within each of you. Namaste. Please subscribe to my channel for more Tantra and Tarot. Have a blessed and beautiful day.